This statue is a modern work reassembled from several pieces. The legs and torso are joined as 90.ak.43, the head, here replicated in a cast, which is joined to the torso, is 92.ak.29.
This statue is known as the Anavissos Kouros, and that's because he was found in Anavissos village in Attica. And we know that he's a grave marker for certain because he comes with an inscription. And the inscription identifies the individual who has died as Kouros, and it reads, "Whom raging Ares slew." So we know that he died in battle. Now, just as an aside, Kouros is not a very Greek-sounding name, and so it's possible that this individual was a mercenary soldier. Now, you'll be able to see lots of typically archaic features. So he's got the sentry box pose, he's got the long braided Egyptian-style hair, and he's got the archaic smile. But we can also note a number of developments with this statue. So for a start, if you looked at him from the back, the braided hair is now slightly shorter than some of the earlier Kouroi. So we are actually moving more towards getting the short curly hair that we will see on the Aristodikos Kouros soon. He's also got much more rounded muscles than the previous Kouroi. So we're trying to not just give impressions of muscles etched onto the surface of the marble, but now rather to sculpt them. Although there are some criticisms of this statue that the muscles have been made overly rounded, and in fact those thighs look more feminine than they do masculine. And finally, the expression is much more realistic too. The archaic smile now affects the cheekbones. So when you smile, your cheekbones should go up, and that is something that we see on the Anavissos Kouros.
Today's men are inundated with the message, bigger is better. But was this always the case? If you've ever walked around the Museum of Classical Work, or if you've ever seen a photograph of Michelangelo's David, then chances are you may have noticed that ancient Greek male statues are depicted with a smaller than average size. The Greeks kinda wanted it this way. They preferred their heroes to have a smaller member. This preference was then transmitted through Roman, Christian, and ultimately Renaissance art. As silly as the topic may seem, academics have deeply considered the genital